Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. This is Shanmugaraj. As I committed, I am continuing my efforts on producing good and useful videos in the areas of project management, agile, as well as leadership. We have seen many videos in PMBOK, project management, PMS standards. We have seen many videos in agile. We talked about benefit realization management. We also talked about safe, right? Today I'm going to start another series of video in the project management. We are going to start the topic organizational project management standard. Today this video particularly is going to talk about OPM standard overview. It's an introduction session. Yeah, so let's get into today's video. OPM is helping to create guidelines for building a organization project management framework. So OPM standards is helping you, it give you a lot of guidelines for creating an OPM framework for you. It also, the OPM standard helps you to create unified project management approach for our organization. So possibly you might work with different clients or different products, right? Every project might follow a different approach or different way of working with the different clients and different ways of building the products and different technology, right? But what OPM standard helps you to create an unified project management approach. It improves current project management framework. It also helps you in advancing organization capability by developing and linking portfolio, program and project management principles and practices. So these are the four areas the OPM standard will help you in building a framework, creating a unified approach, increasing or improving your capability, right? Who are the intended audience of this OPM standard? So executives responsible for strategy delivery, executive responsible for PMOs or center of excellences, the stakeholder who oversight OPM governance, the portfolio program and project managers, service delivery managers, members of strategic portfolios, programs, PMOs, members of center of excellence, the functional managers who manage project managers as well. So my videos on OPM standard will be useful to this set of audiences. So these are the topics we are going to discuss as part of OPM standard overview. We are going to understand what is the purpose of the standard for OPM, what is the foundational concepts, OPM framework, what are the elements of OPM framework, implementation of OPM, and ongoing OPM management and monitoring. So these are the overall sections the OPM standard we are going to cover. We'll touch upon few things in this video, but this all these six it's a area of OPM standard. So we will be seeing upcoming videos on all the six areas. What is OPM approach as per the PMI OPM standard? So OPM approach, it's a OPM is a framework in which portfolio, program and project management are integrated with organization enablers. Organization enablers nothing but your culture of the organization, your policies, your standard operating procedures, your environment, your organizational assets, right? All these knowledge management platform, all these are organization enablers. So our OPM framework, you know, help portfolios and program project management are getting integrated with organization enablers in order to achieve strategic objectives, right? So it also supports the appropriate balance of knowledge, processes, people and the supportive tools across all the functional areas of the organization to provide for its guidance for its portfolio, program and project management efforts. So OPM standard, it gives you knowledge, it gives you methodologies and processes, it has supportive tools which help you across the all the functional areas, right? To help in project, program, and portfolio management efforts, right? If you look at this picture, it helps you to identify the overall ideology behind OPM, how this organization project management is operating. So there is an organizational environment, there is executive leadership decide the strategy. From the strategic themes, we identify the portfolios, which is nothing but your value decision. From the portfolio, you are building your programs and projects from where you deliver results, right? So there will be a portfolio review and adjustments. According to a portfolio review, you might remove certain programs, you may add new projects to it, you might change it, right? You might abandon something, you can do lot many changes. So similarly, the results of the delivery results from projects and programs will have a business impact analysis. It will be done at portfolio level. So there is a high level of interaction between the portfolio programs and projects. So once you deliver results, it's becoming operations, which is where mostly the 80% of the business value realization is happening when it's in operations. So from the operations, there is a you can do the value performance analysis, which help you to redefine your strategy, adjust your strategy. You can do the strategic alignment, right? So this is how the OPM as an approach it works in an organization. What are the OPM principles? Right, there are 6 principles PMI gives you. The first one is OPM standard should align with the organization strategy. Your organization project management should be aligned with your organization strategy. It should integrate with the organization enablers. I already discussed about some of the organization enablers like your knowledge as such, your knowledge platform, your company as such, your culture, your people, right? So all those processes and policies. Okay, your OPM should integrate with your organization culture and policy, right? It should be consistent of execution and delivery. Your OPM should support your portfolio program and projects in its efforts and its way of working and execution. And it should be a part of your organizational integration. So it should integrate portfolio projects and programs. It should integrate with the strategy as well as your organizational enablers. So OPM plays a very integrative supportive role, or in connecting all these areas across the functional areas in your organization. And value to the organization, OPM should provide a value to the organization, so it should be able to measure the value out of this OPM governance. Through OPM governance you should be able to do that. And there should be continuously improvement in our OPM framework. Actually, your organizational project management should have a framework and should have a maturity model. You should be able to navigate and continuously improve on your OPM journey. So these are the 6 principles, on which OPM is, laid out. And we need to understand OPM, cuts across different organization structures, right? So you might have, if you are a PMP, you already know this certain different types of organization structure, like organic, simple, functional, okay, multi-divisional, matrix strong, and matrix weak. Actually, most of the organization, you will in IT, you will see that matrix of product companies will see strong matrix, or moderate matrix or something, right? So as an OPM specialist, or if you are an OPM governance leader, or if you are an OPM creator, right, you need to understand that what is the organization structure type, and what are the project management authority, right? How the work groups are arranged, right? Let's say if it is a matrix, so let's see some example for matrix strong, right? So if work groups are arranged by job function with the project manager as a function, right? Project manager authority is moderate to high, project manager role is full-time designated, resource availability is moderate to high, who manages the project budget, project manager, project management, administrative staff, full-time PMO guys. So these are the different aspects of project characteristics. It depends on your organization structure. Your OPM framework should consider all these things. and should cut across, according to that you should be creating your OPM. Let's look at this OPM framework. All right. So this is the OPM framework given by PMI standards. This OPM operates within the organization strategy, right? So that's one of the principles we have seen, right? The organization project management should align to your organization strategy. Actually, it is a subset of it, actually, right? Organization strategy is a superset. OPM is a subset of it, and it is a combination of project management practices as well as the business management practices, right? So this defines the OPM framework. So when you build OPM framework, you should align your framework, your standards with your organization strategy, and you should be able to bring mix of project management practices as well as the business management practices, right? So this is another picture how OPM cuts across our portfolio programs and projects, right? There is an organization strategy. So OPM guides that portfolios and programs and projects which are operating in the shared resources and stakeholders. So this could be the ideal scenario for OPM to build a framework. What are the benefits of organization project management? Right? So as we have defined, we have told you, I have told you that OPM is should be aligned to a strategy, right? Our execution is through portfolios and programs and projects. So it is integrating with the organization culture and context consideration, which is nothing but our organization enablers. So within this operating environment, what are the benefits of OPM which has been derived for the organization? You can get increased customer satisfaction. You will have a better alignment of strategy and execution, right? Increased productivity, competitive advantage, right? Because you are doing your OPM framework supports that value performance analysis. Then you can do the strategic alignment accordingly. Effective operation, improved cost control, very very important one. Cost control, you can do the cost control with an PMO operating within the OPM framework, right? Improved market competitiveness, predictable delivery performance, improved communication, right? Efficient decision making. So these are the some of the benefits of OPM, right? Let's look at the flow of the OPM standard. So, okay, you are building a standard for organization project management. That's the starting point, and you are cutting across these organization enablers, organization business model, enterprise environmental factors, organization process assets, and PMI and other standards. So there's a standard. This PMI is giving you the standard for OPM, and you are trying to integrate with your organizational enablers, and you are building your own OPM framework for organization, right? Which is operating with implementation and expected benefits. Implementation expected benefits are derived from your execution of portfolios, programs, and projects. So this is your flow of OPM, right? So you need to understand OPM is integrating the portfolios and programs and projects. So you need to understand the differences of these different three different areas. What is a project? What is a program? Right? Project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product or service. Programs, a group of later projects or subsidiary programs. A portfolio is a collection of projects and programs or subsidiary portfolios, and operations managed as a group to achieve the strategic objectives. So similarly, this particular slide gives you, what are the scope of projects, what is the scope of programs and portfolios. So your OPM should consider these aspects of three different areas, right? And you need to consider uh, organization strategy also as part of your OPM framework. OPM framework should consider building an OPM maturity models. It should consider operating along with PMO, operating along with enterprise PMO. So enterprise PMO may have a greater role building an organizational project framework. So PMO, the subset of enterprise PMO, PMO can execute that actual OPM framework for the organization, right? So EPMO and OPM will cut across all the functional areas of the portfolios and programs and projects. It will cut across your organization enablers. So the continuous improvement of OPM, and it's been built in the maturity model, right? So this how this OPM is being operated as part of the organization strategy. So these are the important areas to get aligned OPM along with your organizational strategy, right? So who are the OPM stakeholders? So executive leadership guys, OPM governance board, OPM sponsor. So who is the sponsor who creates helps you know sponsor money for building this OPM framework? OPM customers like program and project sponsors, OPM practitioners who is part of the OPM team, performing organization who performs projects and programs, PMO, EPMO, portfolio program and project managers, suppliers, beneficiaries, right? Potential customers, the beneficiary of the value beneficiaries from the projects. When you deliver results, right, somebody will get benefited. This business sponsors, the potential customers, regulatory and statutory authorities. These are the OPM stakeholders. OPM, when you build OPM framework, you need to consider these many OPM stakeholders for your consideration of creating our OPM framework, right? So I think with that we have come to a conclusion of today's video. I hope you got a fair idea about OPM standard, what are the OPM principles, and what is the OPM framework, and what is the OPM flow, and how it cut across the different functional areas, programs and portfolios and projects, right? How it getting aligned with your organization strategy, right? What are the areas to focus when you build OPM framework for your company? So I'll be creating more videos, you know, uh, in upcoming videos in all the 6 areas we talked about in OPM, right? Building a framework, and elements of the OPM framework, everything, maturity model and everything. So I'll be producing uh, numerous videos on uh, in next few days, in within a week or two. You're going to see that all those videos. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, so please put your comments in the description or comment section. I would like to improve on based on your feedback in terms of my delivery as well as content. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.